Get ready, Staten Island.
The Ferry Hawks host the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars. Tonight at 7 p.m., it's soccer night, and kids glow around the bases postgame. Saturday at 6:30, it's Broadway night with postgame fireworks and Broadway rave. Sunday at 1:30, it's Military Appreciation Day, and the kids run around the bases.
A great day out for the entire family. Kids run the bases after every Sunday home game. Want the best seats all season? Get more Ferry Hawks for only $63. Visit ferryhawks.com now to lock in your seats.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
The Iran deal, supposed to be signed today. Israel bombed in the meantime, which is sort of inconsistent with a peace deal. But the reported elements of the deal. Number one, Iran would commit not to develop or acquire nuclear weapons. Two, negotiations would continue on Iran's enriched uranium stockpile and future nuclear activities, negotiations on those. Temporary relief from some oil-related sanctions and access to frozen Iranian assets means Iran gets money. Reopening and normalization of shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, which is where we started, and would bring some stability back, and 60 days to talk about the details of the deal. My take, the details of the deal are where the devil lies, as usual. You can't believe what Iran says. Their signature isn't worth the paper it's signed on. 60 days, and we'll talk more details. I don't know what that means. But we're going to speak with some smart people who do know. And we're going to start with Colonel Jack Jacobs, who you've heard from before. If there's one source that I trust, and I know many experts in the field, but it's Jack Jacobs, retired colonel in the United States Army, Medal of Honor recipient, as well as a recipient 2 Silver Stars, 3 Bronze Stars, and 2 Purple Hearts. Wow. Colonel Jack Jacobs, professional, he's joining us right now. And I want to know what the colonel makes of this. Is this a political punt? 60 days and then another 60 days and another 60 days, and maybe it gets the president to November? Is this a good faith effort? Does it mean anything? Is it just an agreement to agree? What do you think, Colonel?
Well, thanks so much for the kind words. But yeah, I think you said it all very, very briefly. The first is that it's very difficult to work up the courage to believe anything that Iran says or does. They've reneged before many, many times. And so we have to be very careful about believing what's going to happen next. The only thing that works in everybody's favor is that there is something of a progressive, and we've talked about this before, everything is relative. And in the president of Iran, who's Pezeshkian, who wants to get a deal done, needs to get a deal done, and has a relatively small constituency around him who is willing to do the deal. On the other side of the aisle in Iran is the Revolutionary Guards and the mullahs, who have a symbiotic relationship to run the country and have since '79, and are extremely reluctant to do anything that reduces their ability to operate, their ability to be at the top of the food chain, and so on. So it remains to be seen whether or not, A, any deal will be signed, and B, if the deal is signed, whether or not it will hold. Now, there's also another independent variable at operation here, and that is what's taking place in Lebanon. The Hezbollah is, as we know, the strongest of all the proxies that Iran has, and the strongest way that the IRGC and the mullahs can extend their influence and terrorism in the region. And Israel doesn't want to put up with it. And it's complicated by what's taking place politically inside Israel, because the constituency inside Israel does not want to give Hezbollah a chance to survive and then to attack again, which they've done many times before. This is going to be extremely difficult for Trump, because if he wants to engineer a deal that will get signed, he needs to have some support from Netanyahu. And at the moment, neither Netanyahu nor the majority of the Israeli people, neither one of them is interested in cutting a deal with Iran, which will give Iran the possibility, indeed even the encouragement, of continuing to support Hezbollah and make life difficult for Israelis. So if there's any deal to be done, Trump is going to have to do a much better job of reeling in Netanyahu, and most observers don't see that happening anytime soon, Governor.
Well, maybe we have a divergence. President Trump wants the Strait of Hormuz open. He wants this over. It's all bad news for him. Announce a deal, an agreement to agree. Who cares? Just say that it's over so Americans can relax. The Americans will then hope that the price of gasoline comes down, but as we know, it goes up a lot faster than it comes down. But he gets to say it's over. We're working on a framework, 60 days. My guess is you get to 60 days. They say 60 days. They just keep punting because they have a real political problem now. But Israel is saying, hold on. We accomplished nothing if we haven't even agreed what Iran is going to do with the enriched uranium, and we haven't accomplished anything if you're leaving us with Hezbollah. What do you think?
It's very interesting. What you're talking about is absolutely not going to get resolved. I mean, I can't see I don't think anybody sees it, particularly with the fissile material, seeing that getting resolved within 60 days, and that's what it's going to take. And even if there's an extension, it's probably not going to be done because, as we discussed, the IRGC and the mullahs don't want to give up their opportunity to enrich uranium. I don't disagree with you. There are a lot of moving parts here, and Trump doesn't control very many of them. He controls only his own part of the deal. There's no doubt about the fact that the Republicans absolutely need to get something done soon. The midterms are coming up. He's had a couple of punches in the face at the polls recently, and he's trying to make sure that doesn't happen again in November. And without a deal, he's probably not going to avoid the Republicans having a real problem in the Congress in November. So you're right. There are two guys who are highly motivated to get a deal done. One is Trump, and the other one is Pezeshkian. But they're not totally in control of exactly what's going on. So I don't know what the line is on getting a deal done. The odds are probably fairly long that it's today, and they're probably fairly long a little bit shorter, but they're fairly long that it's going to get done anytime soon. Both sides have to get control of the elements that don't want the deal done. And it's going to be interesting to see whether or not either one or both can get that done, Governor.
Yeah. Well, Colonel, thank you for your insight. As usual, I think you're right on. And I think you were right on a couple of weeks ago when you said the president will announce an agreement. He'll say it was a big victory. He'll sell it. The American people wanted it over anyway. There'll be criticism, but he'll say we made a deal. We destroyed their Navy. We destroyed this. We destroyed everything. And we're going to make sure that we take care of the nuclear activity, and just keep saying it. And he's a great salesman. And that's it. That's my guess.
I forget who it was who said at the very beginning of all this, said ultimately, and it wasn't Kissinger, but it was somebody else, fairly smart person, said, in the end, what's going to happen is he's going to say we won and go home.
Yeah.
And so far it looks like you're right about that.
Yeah, that's whatever happened. We don't know what happened, but we won.
No, but we won.
But we won.
We won.
Congratulations to us. We won. Colonel, good to be with you. Thank you
Thanks,
very
Governor.
much. Thank you.